Welcome to Golden Software's demonstration video for Grt 10. This video will cover saving, exporting, and printing files in Grt. To begin this demonstration, we are going to open up one of the sample files by clicking File, Open. Saving the file will allow us to save the file for future use and modifications. If we wanted to save the file to the same name, format, and location, then we can click File, Save. However, to change the file name, format, or location, click File, Save As. In the Save As dialog, we can specify the file location by navigating to the desired destination, or the name of the save file in the File Name section. The third option is the Save As type. There are three different file formats in Grt: the GRF, the Gpj, or the Grt. The GRF file is the Grt file which stores the data separately from the Grt file. When you edit the data, this must be done externally in the worksheet. The worksheet will be a separate file, such as an Excel file. This is useful when you are editing the data displayed in the plot. The data worksheet and the plot are linked so that the changes in the spreadsheet will reflect in the plot. This file format is the default when saving a Grt file because it reflects changes in the worksheet. The Gpj file is a Grt project file and it saves the worksheet data internally in the Grt project. The Gpj is not linked to the external data file. This means if you make changes to the worksheet data in Grt, they will not be saved to the external worksheet. In addition, external changes to the worksheet do not change the Gpj file. The change must be made to the internal data file displayed in Grt when the Gpj file is opened. The Gpj file format is really helpful when you want to send the Grt file but do not want to also send the linked spreadsheets. The plots can be viewed and edited without having to have the worksheets available. The third file format is the Grt file, which is a plot template. The template stores the graphing preferences and does not have a reference to any data file. The template is useful if you want to duplicate the settings of a graph but use different worksheets. You can use the template to create a new graph with any comparable data set. When you create a plot from a template file, you will be prompted to enter the new worksheets for all of the plots used in the template. In addition to the file type, you can also specify to save to an earlier version of Grt. Grt 10 is backwards compatible with Grt 7 and later. If the file is saved in a previous format, then it can be opened up in that version. This is a useful feature if a colleague is using a previous version and wants to see the current Grt file. To save to a previous version, select the Save As type, and then choose the format for that specific version. The next option is to export a file so it can be used in another application. To export a plot, click Home, I/O, Export. Grt supports a variety of exported file format types. The full list is available by clicking the down arrow next to the Save As type. Some of the raster exports include a tagged TIF image, JPEG compressed bitmap, a PNG portable network graphic, and a raster PDF. In addition, some of the vector exports include an AutoCAD DXF file, Esri shapefile, an EMF Windows Enhanced meta file, and a vector PDF. I am going to export to a PNG. Enter a file name, and click Save. In the Export Options dialog, I can specify the settings for the PNG export. The options include the pixel and document size and color format. The options shown in this dialog are going to be different for each type of file that is exported. The options for each format can be found in the help. For this export, I am going to click the Defaults button and export with the default settings. Click OK. It is possible to export all of the objects in a graph or just specific ones. For example, if I just want to export the graph and not the legend or rectangle, in the Object Manager, I will select the object I want to export, the Graph1 object. Click Home, I/O, Export. In the Export dialog, enter a file name, such as Bubble Plot. I'm going to export as a PNG. Then check the box Select Objects Only. This option will export the selected objects instead of everything in the graph. If you want to export everything, then you'd keep this unchecked. Click Save. In the Export Options dialog, I'm going to use the defaults and click OK. The exported image can then be used in other applications and programs. Grt also has the ability to print to any Windows-supported printers and PDF printers. To print the graph, click File, Print. The printers listed in the Print dialog are the ones available and installed on the machine. The Print Range section allows you to select if you want to print everything in the plot or just the selected objects. In the Copies section, you can choose to print multiple copies of the file. The printing method has 3 different options. The first method is truncate, which will only print the objects that are within the page as defined in the File Page Setup command. All objects outside of the range will be clipped. The second method, fit to page, reduces the plot so that it is within the page size and margins that are specified in File Page Setup. The tile option is useful to split the drawing into multiple pages. This method will break up the drawing into multiple pages as specified by the Scale and Overlap section. The scale value is used with the truncate and tile methods to reduce or increase the size of the printing. 100% would be the actual size, while 200% will increase it twice the size, and 50% will make it half as large. This concludes the overview of the save, export, and print commands in Grt 10. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact Golden Software.